Second one, I'm not really sure how I want to do this. Just a nice short video, probably, but I am here mostly to just be talking, because I need to keep talking, get my vocal strength up, basically. So even if I don't end up using the footage, it's still useful to do. Oh, another Golden. So this is Golden Age Endless Dungeon, which is influenced by Ancient Domain of Mystery, Golden Age, and Deep Realm Heroes. I know one of those, Ancient Domains of Mystery, which I quite like. It's playable on the computer, and it was playable on Facebook of all places. Join us on Discord. I hate how many things have been... No. It's a shame how many things have been lost behind Discord. So Discord, when Discord goes, you know, it's over. Just lose everything. And I think that will be quite the shame. A lot of modding is hidden behind Discord accounts now too. And if you don't want to use Discord, or you can't use Discord for some reason, you don't want to be part of that for whatever reason, you can't just search for a forum anymore and find a whole world to talk about. You have to join a Discord where if you're not in the live conversation, then everything's lost and it's confusing and hard to navigate. It's like forums died, like they became Reddit and Discord, and neither works well, but at least Reddit lets you look at it. They say this no longer works. They also have an official site, which I guess is what we just went to. Yeah. And if we go to Facebook, you have to log into Facebook, yeah. I get sick of logging into everything. I don't have a Facebook account, and I don't want to make one for the purpose of the game. So, let's see. Langband is Angband written in Lisp. Well, let's check it out. Or let's not. So I'm just reading here that you need to have a Lisp system installed. Yeah, I don't really know what the advantage of that is. Maybe their FAQ talks about that. Allows for a high level of customization and necessary speed. So when was this done? 2003, or earlier. Because speed isn't really an issue with roguelikes these days, or even compiling. So I don't know if it's just Angband, then there's not really much point in playing just the different version. And if I have to install it myself, that sounds kind of annoying. Yeah, part of the problem with roguelikes is, yeah, so you need Lisp to install it, and I don't really care to put an entire program on my computer just for the sake of that. The problem with a lot of roguelikes is it's very old genre, and it's very indie, always has been, and that means people are going to be, and that means games are going to be all over the place in terms of availability, if they still exist. Like the Pony one, that should be in the defunct games, I guess. I don't know if... I assume you need an account on Rogue Basin to edit the page, but let's see if we can find another one. And the goal is just to, you know, if it's playable, play it, even if it doesn't look like my thing. Lambda Rogue, The Book of the Stars, is a complete roguelike role-playing game with unique features, story, distinct atmosphere and feel, and a user-friendly but traditional interface. It was created in 2006. Most recent update is 2018. Book of Stars. So it's a band game rather than a hack game, and I prefer hack games myself. Yeah, so far it looks pretty. So let's create or continue a game. Press A to continue a saved game. There shouldn't be any saved games. So let's create a new game. And let's see if my name fits. It does. Okay. So story mode is the intended experience. Coffee break mode is a more traditional roguelike experience. Well, I'd like to see the intended mode. You can create your own character, select a preset, or let the game create one for you randomly. If you create your own character, you can select sex, profession, religion. Let's create our own. And let's play on standard. Your eyes are blue-gray, your short hair is black, you were born in the catacombs, your father was an archer, with his crazy friend, he chanted you into being. Was I not human? Your birth sign is the champion, you were seen skeptically by your parents. Although you loved your father, his profession as an archer made no strong impression on you. Is there a difference? Doesn't say. What is your profession? I chose male. I don't think it showed up on the screen. What is your profession? Enchanters have a lot of poke points? Power points, maybe? Thief are better at being unarmed. Soldiers can move better. I'm curious about the chanting. As much as I don't like that sort of thing typically. And let's see, which god do you believe in? Needing less food, and your rage gives you strength plus humility. Well, Aphrodite gives you movement, which is the same as needing less food, but she also restores your HP, so maybe I'll choose her. What skill do you want? Humility affects the DST cost of Divine Range. Okay, so if I increase my... Yeah, okay, I'm going to increase my fighting to 6, and my sword to 6. Okay. The priestess has sent me to find the Book of the Stars, written long ago and lost somewhere in the depths of the dungeons beneath the temple. She told you to visit the assistant of the librarian living in the sewers. Perhaps he can help you. You can skip the Temple of Inoa and start your journey in the catacombs of Inoa. However, there are many traders and people living in the temple, so you should visit it at some time. If you decide not to skip the temple level, do not forget to talk to Anna before going down to the catacombs. Do you want to skip the temple level? Yeah, if this is a band, like, that's just the overworld with shops and whatnot, so I can skip that. Right, so this is just the same thing again. Oh wow, it looks pretty good. And we have V keys again, and no diagonal movement. Okay. Oh, it looks like there's diagonal movement. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. Oh, I see. We're too tall. Like, as in we're 2 squares tall. Weird. You don't see that very often. Is this... Like, that chest looks very Sword of the Stars the Pit. I wonder if they're related somehow. They've got similar names. In front of an open treasure chest. Right. And what's in the treasure chest? Not enough distress to use your professional talent. It's actually helping to look. How to contact the developers, keys used to perform your actions. Pick up item, drink from stream, dig, disarm, trap, rest 1 turn, search, steal, throw item, use talent. See, now if there's an obvious way to open the chest and I don't see it, then I say, oh, it sucks that I'm not finding any treasure, and that's a really cool part of the game. Then the developer's like, oh, now I need to put an option I need to put a tutorial in to tell them how to open chests, otherwise they won't get that, but that could be annoying. And I would actually prefer I just be lost, personally. So it looks like I have some spells available to me. And it's directional again, which I like I said. So I can shoot a stream out. That's something. I've got a blue ring, which does what exactly? I would like to examine item 1, I guess. It's just a blue ring. Okay. Oh, did you see that actually though? It appears that right over here, profession and sex are categories, which suggests that there is items that are limited to one or the other. I've got a whole bunch of aspirin, which I'm curious about. Aspirin regenerates your HP. Well, obviously. I should have known. Configuring the quick bar. To bind chance, open the songbook. Okay. Tell me about this songbook of mine. Heal and stream. And tell me about stream. The enemy is attacked with a stream of water. Okay, so magic. So I was created from magic. I don't know what this thing down here is. Oh, I can hover over them. That's cola, which regenerates PP, which is, I guess, mana, more or less. Just a more, I do find it weird that mana is used so extensively, because it's I think it's like a Maori or Hawaiian concept for your spirit, which would be kind of weird to drain to cast spells. Shouldn't really be changing all that much. So, Okay, so that hovers, but that doesn't. And did I... Okay, that's the quest log. Did I miss how to look at things? I suppose. I don't know if prayer is the same as in, and I don't know what divine rage is either. You're on a plain floor. Yeah, I figured that part. Wait, Santa? Ho, ho, ho. Hail Dionysa. But wait, this is just not true. Oh, poor children will be sad. Santa's getting old. Was just relaxing for a while. It's a long way from icy Nolderer down to this place. When I arrived, I sat down and lost attention. Suddenly, I saw a little troll. He laughed and insulted me. I was confused, and then he ran away with everything I had. Right. So I have to get back everything Santa had. Now, I'm no Santa expert, but that sounds like a lot of stuff. Okay, now there's a bow. So I take the bow. And then... Is there an equipped option? Or a switch gear option? Use talent. Chant last spell. Fire long range weapon is F, okay. There does not appear to be commands for equipping equipment, so I assume you just... Wait, what was that last one? Switch tactics. So a bit of like an Adam thing. But just offense and defense, okay. And so if I wanted to fire, your current weapon is no long ranged weapon, right? But if I were to equip the bow, so I have to equip from the inventory screen, it appears. You have to remove the dagger first. Ah, it's one of these. Okay. And tell me about Cola while I'm here then. Okay, so you're right, that was restore. Right. In front of an already open crypt. That's just a dead end. The music's not very appropriate right now. It's a lot better earlier on. Alright. Slightly more chill. Not quite dungeony still, but... Oh, there's sound effects. Rusty dagger. I believe I already have a dagger. Yeah. Okay. So you can't hold a ranged weapon and a melee at the same time, which is pretty annoying. You know, it's not realistic necessarily, but it's a huge quality of life for most roguelikes. If they have a quick switch button, that's a different story. But it didn't look like there was a second slot either. Dust. Okay. An enchanted well. That did something. Looks like resistance to... Oh yeah, resistance against curses. Okay. That seems good. Is there a quick movement? Doesn't appear to be. Is there repeating actions? Doesn't seem to be either. That's where you can like press 5 and then down, for example, and then you'll move down 5 spaces. So the cave worms seem to regenerate quite quickly. And yeah, I think I was talking about earlier, I don't know if prayer angers the gods like in NetHack or Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, or if it it's just something you should do to keep the gods. First time I played, I can't remember, it might have been Dungeon Crawl. I kept praying to the god over and over again because I didn't want them to think that I wasn't faithful. It made them get enraged and start like smiting me and stuff. Because prayer is purely selfish in one of those games at least. This map's really like a little ant maze, eh? If you look in the top right up here. And still haven't found Santa's gear. Looks like there's a staircase here. But what's in this one? Perform better in unarmed brawls now. And you've leveled up. Right, so you've earned a skill point. I don't know what I just did there. This direction. Oh, I just cast my last spell. Right, I was looking for the character sheet. Let's see. Status screen would be S, I suppose. Right, so my chanting is down 1 for some reason. It's prayed 0 times. Still don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. And so it looks like there's classes, and enchanters can turn into mages or believers, and that's kind of neat. And dust might be used to activate divine rage. Maybe that's what DST stands for. So where do I... Okay, I have my skill point here. But I suppose I want to spend it somehow. Powers in Divine Rage cost distress. You gain distress by taking damage. When you use talent or invoke Divine Rage, distress is reduced. That is a really cool system. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but I really like it. Because it works on a thematic and a gameplay level really well. Like, you feel less distress after you cast after you pray. That's really cool. And you get prayer by just fighting a lot, and so it goes up over time. That's actually so good. Press the talent key to use your talent. The talent you use is the cumulative effect of all your powers. That's really simple. I like that. Passive powers improve status values of your character. The first power of a talent is available for free. Each religion has Divine Rage. Like the profession talent, this is a special action you can use when needed, but Divine Rage is not divided into powers. You can increase the effect and reduce the cost of Divine Rage by training your humility skill. That's really neat. I'd like to level up. Show game menu. Context sensitive help page. Your humility is low. Divine Rage won't be very effective. You can train skills. Go to an academy to do that. To see the effect of unknown potions, identify or consume them. You've never prayed to your god. Aphrodite might get angry about this. Okay, so you're supposed to pray. So what's the cost of prayer? Just takes a little bit, maybe? So it actually does follow that intuition I had when I was first playing roguelikes. It's kind of... I have to see how that works in practice, because it seems like it could be annoying. And you don't want to pray too much, surely. I don't know how it works. So if I go POW, not enough distress to invoke Divine Rage, but if I go POW, not enough distress for your professional talent. Okay, so my professional talent costs distress. And my professional talent is poetry, which cleaves an area, I suppose. Okay, where is my current distress at? They also said something about a map being... Can I play from here? No. Okay. Looks like there's a big old room over here. Okay, your fighting skill has gone up. And that rat... What do we got here? An axe. That's got to be better than a dagger, right? Remove the weapon, and then equip the dagger. Wait, no. Remove weapon, equip axe. And the axe does 6 WP. But the WP is wasted because your axe skill is lower than your axe. Okay, that seems like a neat way to do it. A lot of neat ideas here. It's definitely the my favorite that I've played so far. Having played 2. and Pony RL not working. But I do like desktop dungeons a lot. Hopefully I can roll that one on this, because that's one of my favorite roguelikes. The catacombs and sewers are full of ant bees. You know, those nasty insects which spit acid on you and weave all those annoying webs. Well, they're just animals, but recently their population has increased greatly. They're a danger for travelers to the Lost Outpost or to the outskirts of Enoa. Please go down and hunt at least 20 ant bees to make sure the passages are safer for a while. Alright. And Augustus. One of the things which hardens traveling to the outskirts is the monster's hive, hidden somewhere in these catacombs. The monsters gather near the hive, thereby blocking important paths. Many travelers try to avoid the affected area. However, I've decided to make an end to the problem. You can help me by destroying the current hive. Okay. Seems like you guys both have the same idea in mind. Now, I assume that one of those temples I can, or whatever it was I could go to train skills, would probably be on the surface, or what amounts to the surface for these underground dwelling races. Ooh, he's just... Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my health. Whoops. It resists my attack. Oh, I guess my axe wasn't doing so well. Okay, let's do another. That was fun. Let's do one more. So if I press A here... it just creates a new one. Okay. How about I look at copy break mode? No quests, no story, no extra dungeon branches. The quests seem like they should be a major part of it. But I suppose maybe it makes it more of a hack-like than a band-like. And... what do the presets look like? Okay. So male soldier sworn to Ares. Sure, let's just... I like being a... Oh, you start with some gear. There's a trader here. What do you sell? Healing Lodge sells insurance. Okay. And... okay, so... just thought those walls looked suspicious, so I was searching them. A toy ring. What's a toy ring exactly? It's a little fiddly to look at your items. It's kind of like Ancient Domains of Mystery. No effects. I guess, yeah, just sell it. Oh yeah, you don't stand a chance now. Got a knight on you. And I'm level 2 already. It did look like there's still an overworld though, which is interesting. Okay, I've been blessed by Ares. Let's pray to Ares. Maybe different gods like prayer and don't like prayer. I feel like they should have ways of worshiping them, like in Desktop Dungeons, where you have very distinct ways to worship your gods. And Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, I believe. And I think NetHack has gods, but it's been a while since I've played NetHack. And NetHack's so large, you might not even see them if they exist. I preferred FicHack, which is a variant of NetHack. It's just a nicer user interface, basically. But with a couple other changes. Although NetHack improved a lot in the recent years. I haven't played it since then. So if I just kind of... wow, these hives have a lot of hit points. Okay, an unknown axe. And my health is doing completely fine. The Rune of Beth. Okay. Hey, can you carbon Elbereth in this? That'd be... and we've got some sort of leather suit. Yeah, the knight seems a lot... I'm already wearing a leather suit, apparently. Tell me about the Rune of Beth. Right, that doesn't tell me anything. What if I do this? Item can't be studied. Okay. Can I study a potion? You can only study identified items. For what? Is that why the toy ring is green? Item can't be studied. I'm sure I could read this and it would tell me. for the time being. I'll leave the axe. Didn't serve me well last time. I'm sure this guy's got better skills. Yeah, he's way better at it with the sword, though. Firearms, apparently, so we got guns. Can you move with... Oh, you can move with the arrow keys as well. It's nice to switch them up sometimes. I don't know what I just agreed to do. Fire attack? Not sure what that was. And let's grab some water. And yeah, I'm liking this game. I think I'm gonna keep it. And yeah, 12 years of development. It probably has a decent amount of stuff going on in it. I kind of like Angband, but Angband, I think like the average amount of actions, like the average amount of times you have to press your keyboard in order to beat Angband is like 1/3 of a million times. That's part of it. And then the again, it's a band-like, which means it's very heavily based on your strength increasing from getting better and better items, leveling up a bunch. Whereas in a hack-like, it's more about, you know, you could win the game with the same armor you started with. And same weapons. And I prefer that more. I prefer the more, it's your thinking and you're tactically overcoming the dungeon rather than leveling up a bunch to become... Wow, this guy just completely outmaneuvered me. Rather than leveling up a bunch to overcome the challenge and getting tons of new gear. Like a game like Diablo, for example. But I like the ones where it's like, okay, if I throw this potion here and I use this scroll, and then I switch to this item and I chuck it into that trap, it'll set off the trap, and I like that sort of thing, where it's much more of a... Like the original D&D, where it was... I think it was Questing Beast possibly described it as combat as war, where it's about winning, it's not about you standing in a straight line and smacking each other, and whoever has the higher number wins. Of course, that's reductive, but it's just to give an idea of the comparison. So it seems like if I drink from a fountain, I spit out a fireball. For some reason. Is that just an Aries thing? Is that a night thing? Doesn't seem to be. That's the problem with Quick Start, I guess, is you don't know what your god actually does. Offer Ares another prayer. And yeah, the dungeons are much smaller in this coffee break mode, you can tell. And they also don't seem to have a way out. Where's the staircase here? That's the staircase up. Am I missing something? Staircase down. Okay, well there's a few spots I haven't looked. But not many. Take a leather cap. Oh, and there's a small knuckles. Forgot to open the door, it's locked. Is there a kick option? No, it doesn't seem to be. Well, that's kind of the only option I see for advancing anywhere. Is that door. So if I can't go in there, I guess there's that corner way down there. So I'll just head all the way down. And, yes, there we go. Staircase here? No, okay. Well then, I guess I go back up and say, hey guys, where's the staircase? Maybe they give me the next floor? This is a band, like it means you're gonna get a new floor every time you go down. Oh, there's one. Every time you go up and down the stairs. Which is another thing I don't like. I don't like the inconsistency a lot of the time. I'm not always against it, but it does feel a little strange. So there is corpses, and there is, it looked like a food trader, but I'm not seeing a hunger bar. Oh, it's a Rapidash. Or Nightmare. Right. So I'll save that for when I need to breathe the fireball. If that's indeed what's going on. I'm too weak to carry my weapon. Okay, so I guess there is hunger. Somewhere. Or I'm ill? I don't seem to be ill. Is that like my sword? Okay, so I just drank from the sewer. That was probably a mistake. I have all these. Another problem I have actually with Angband types is how hard it is to die. Like, because you just keep going and going and going. Like I have 20 aspirin, which means I can, I assume, just sort of, yeah. Now I'm back to full health and I have 18 aspirin. And so then that's another, that only took me like 10% of my resources, even though I almost died there. Which means you don't really, your winning and losing is more of a very long over time thing than, oh, everything went wrong. And I like it, the sort of failure cascade, and surviving the failure cascade, rather than the slow inevitable grind where you just slowly die. And also, you don't die when you're losing, which means you're just stuck as a loser for a long, long time. I think my character's hungry, but I'm not seeing any indication of that. But let's see, if I eat the cave worm corpse, I'm sure that's good for him. What's it say? Your stomach filled with food. Okay. Will my strength return? Ah, what's this? There is some sort of status effect on me. Which I don't really see a way to deal with. And yeah, they tend to be very long. And that's the one thing that's making me think maybe I won't come back to this. Just the sheer length. Unknown food. That sounds healthy. You're in front of an altar. Sacrifice with money or... Right. Let's see. Aries. I don't know. How about all of it? We feel enthusiastic about your worship. Glad to be of service, Aries. I die from starvation. I just ate an entire cave worm. Where was the hunger indication? I guess it's that thing. Right, well, that's good, because, you know, I was looking to end it, so that works, but yeah, that was a bit unexpected. There didn't seem to be a food meter anywhere, or at least, like in Rogue, they say, you feel hungry, your stomach rumbles, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's kind of neat. I think this one's worth it, especially if you're interested in these kind of... if you're interested in bandlights. Yeah, I think that'll do me for now. And it's not too good on the old fingers to play too many of these things for too long. So I'll leave it there. And that was my little voice test and my little pilot of this idea I've been having. Take care.